All right, we're live this morning. It is May 4th. That's right. Star Wars Day is what they say. May the 4th, or May the 4th be with you. They'll say sometimes it is sunny this morning here in Oregon, although it's supposed to turn to rain later today, possibly. But this morning, it's beautiful. So I hope you enjoy this wonderful Monday morning. We're going to jump back into Psalm 23. I know I'm a little earlier than I usually am, but we're going to jump right in. Psalm 23 and verse 5 says, "Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies." Have you ever been to, actually, all of us have a favorite place to eat. And most of the time it's because we enjoy the food they serve. But a lot of times as well, it includes the ambiance of the place. We like it. There's something else that we like about it. Maybe it has nice surroundings. However, there are times where we maybe follow somebody else's suggestion for a place to eat, and we didn't know that when they suggested it to us, or maybe they didn't remember, or maybe when they were there it wasn't this way, but it was in a dangerous part of town, and you just felt uncomfortable the entire time that you were there. You just wanted to get out. We were at I think it was a pizza place one time, and I had a group of teenagers with me, and a fight broke out between two women who were waiting to pay. And man, we just wanted to get out of there. The whole thing was crazy. We were very uncomfortable in that moment. In verse 5 here, the psalmist says, "You prepare a table for me in the presence of mine enemies." There are a lot of places I would rather eat than with my enemies breathing down my neck with a fight ready to break out. But you know what? In John chapter 17, right before Jesus exited the world, he was praying. And one of the prayers for his disciples, he said in John chapter 17, for his disciples was, he said, "I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil." Um, we understand that God's plan is not to remove every difficulty from life, but it is important for us to understand that every difficulty in life is leashed by God. It's on a leash. The psalmist says, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of mine enemies," but still, they can't reach me. They can't get to me. They're leashed by you. They're right there. Um, God has so much that He wants for us to feast on at His table, but oftentimes our eyes are fixed on the enemy. We're constantly worried and scared about what happens if the enemy becomes unleashed and they come at me. We're always looking here rather than looking at what God has prepared for us right in front of us. When in reality, our eyes should be fixed on the shepherd and for what He has prepared for us. Ever think about what kind of life we would get from a life of ease? Um, how much of God we would experience in that kind of way? Imagine the life of Joseph with no enemies. Imagine the life of Moses with no enemies, or David with no enemies. Those stories wouldn't be what we know them to be, and David and Moses and Joseph wouldn't have grown in their relationship with the Lord the way that they did. Um, no, those stories are wonderful stories of God working in the midst of enemies. And the truth of the matter is, some of us have stories like that if we would just let God write them. If we would always stop trying to escape every hardship and every difficulty and every mountain that has to be climbed. The Lord still prepares a table for us in the presence of our enemies. It's a reminder this morning that you and I, we live and we work from victory, from the perspective of victory. We're not working for victory. This is not a battle over the enemies that we need to fight. Our shepherd has already fought it for us. And so we can sit at the victor's table. We can sit at the banquet table and eat knowing and understanding that our great shepherd already has the enemies taken care of. Does that mean that we don't face difficulties? Does it mean that we don't face hardships? No, they're right there. They're breathing down our neck. But we know that the shepherd will still provide for us. And we don't have to always be wondering about, all right, how do we take care of this? How do I take care of that? And how do I defeat this enemy? No, my shepherd's got that. He prepares a table for me in the presence of mine enemies. And so I hope you go forward this morning with that confidence and enjoy this day. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later on. Have a great day.